Muslim, Christian, Jew, Hindu, Buddhist, and atheist one too. Let's hang out and bond. This is for the absolute positive, good truth of God of you only crossing a bigger, better here and now, forever. If you watch any videos of mine, you will see that I only state to a kingly standard. One that's more positive when I feel all negativity, right? Only adding up good as truth. The only way you could stay or be good as truth to an absolute bigger, better of you here and now. If you don't go all the way splat, only repeat as needed the absolute positive, good God and truth of that. Because in reality, that rightful, truthful way never suffers out of existence, never decays, disintegrates, or dies. And it's the kings and queens of all infinity. Listen, all creation of existence is made of atom matter. Now, the atoms that make this matter are only stated one more positive than all negativity, right? When they bond, they only bond two or more Christ-like, one more positive than all negativity, to make the good God and truth of every shape, form, and mass you can think of, and every dimension of time and space you can think of, not to exclude every shape, form, and mass of the God of Allah of all for everlasting peace I am. All else is the faith of you, the bad way of you, the evil way of you, the sinful way of you. The Donald Trumps, Joe Bidens, and the lying, faithful doctrines of you, man. Listen to me. If your leadership, by standard, right, that is a provable standard to the good truth of facts, does not always cross you one more positive than negative, it's because they are a demiurge, right? Infested with demonic urges, right? That have them devilishly delusional, nutty, and fruity, and unqualified to represent the absolute bigger, better, good God and truth of you in reality. See, all faith is a biased lie. It is a gamble, a crapshoot, a gamey vote to the absolute bigger, better of your life in reality. Because all faith states that things cross bad, evil, and sinful. And none of them only state to cross back one more positive than all negativity. It's the only way you can add up, stay, or be good here and now as truth to an absolute bigger, better of you, right? And because they don't teach it, right, it's the decay, disintegration, suffering, and death of every body of everything. You hear me? That has been perpetually dying to one neutral nothing, the absolute of all negativity, since the beginning of Adam and Eve. See, if Adam would have crossed Eve back one more positive than a nutty, fruity bushwhacker hallucinating a tree snake out of his mind, right, that things were bad, evil, and sinful, and just done more positive for the absolute bigger and better of Eve's faith, we'd all been good as truth. But he had no mind for it, see? He knew he was an Adamic man. He was created good as truth, never to be destroyed. But he didn't know how to always stay connected to it. And the reason why is something happened in prehistory. He was the god and the king of an advanced civilization, right? They were the pyramid builders around the world that had the earth a true reflection of the Son of God, the energy of the one God of all I am at every point in time and space, bigger and better than all negativity. But it was he shafted by inferior godheads. And these godheads, they killed themselves out suicidally, right? And the only thing that's left of them, right, is their faithful and doctrine ways all the way up to the modern age. Listen to me again. This world is faithfully minded from the highest archy of us through all things government and religion. And this way is nothing but decay and disintegration. Listen, at the most positive value, no faith knows what's good as truth to do more positive than negative always. stating things cross bad, evil, and sinful. And for this reason alone, right, all faith is a negative lie, right, on the absolute good truth of God of your shape, form, and mass, only crossing to an absolute bigger, better here and now view. And this is the reality check of our leadership today, see? And that's why God has truth, right? Has incarnated with the reality check of all I am. Because God knew, right, to the good truth of my shape, form, and mass, as the reality check of the bigger, better mind and heart of the man up of all I am. I am not having it. I am not going to stand for it, and I'm not going to be no part of it. I don't sell out myself, and I don't sell out God, and I don't sell out all I am of mankind to greed, hatred, and war, right? Just to live a life that eventually is suicide. And that is a fact of God check of what these fools are doing and what they are teaching all around the world from the highest archy of them. And it's a demonic urge of the richest 1%. You see, they're playing chess with our lives, you see. All that stuff in Gaza, all that stuff with Donald Trump, all that stuff with Joe Biden, you hear me? They're just a big bunch of demiurges of dummies, right? That are in constant division, a negative way, right, of only making the world one more positive and good as truth. And we are the highest standard of creatures on earth here in America. And to get on TV and to watch either of those fools talk is an affront, and it's just ridiculous. You hear me? And you know, I'm going to say this to Donald Trump, man. You know, like I've been telling you for years, man. The only thing that you can do, man, by living the way that you do and existing the way that you do is make yourself suspect always to being destroyed for it. You hear me? Because the whole world is more positive than a bunch of damn lies all the time, right? Selling us out to one neutral nothing. You hear me? And Joe Biden, you're no different. You work for a demiurge, right, of followers, right? It's the demonic urge of the left of you, you see. Just like Trump and his tribal mindedness. You guys are the same way, man, and it's tit for tat nonsense. When depending on how a person looks at you, you're supposed to be a damn circuit of energy. Either they say to themselves, well, the Republicans are more positive on this or negative, or the Democrats are more positive than this or the negative. You hear me? You're supposed to always be a good circuit of energy, man. Lighten up lighten up that torch on the Statue of Liberty, freedom and love and the embrace of humankind, man. Not this old chronically just unjust way of money, man, dogging out the world to make a buck. You hear me? Elon Musk, man,